Hello. It is me, Rory Paddock, for picksfromthepaddock.co.uk. It is Wednesday, the 14th of July. It's currently 11:13 a.m. and I have a quartet of horses that I think you should be backing this Wednesday afternoon. So, without further ado, the four selections I do like come from four different meetings just to make things really easy. The first of which comes in the 3:30 at Catterick. So if I can bring that up, I'll bring the race card onto the screen for you now. He says, pressing all the wrong buttons. There we go. Yeah, the first one is the 3:30 at Catterick. Should see here. There we go. Here's the 3:30 at Catterick. It is a 6 furlong Class 4 handicap. It was a pretty decent race, in all honesty. You've got the likes of Cotton Lane, who went well last time at York. Lookout Louis looks to be on an upward curve. A couple of course and distance winners in there. Wentworth Falls and Bossy Pop, who, all right, yes, they're more senior in terms of their years, but they've been competing in decent level handicaps, much better than this in the past. Just have a look through those 8 runners. And I want to say here at Catterick, it's such a unique and individual course that I think any runner that's shown solid form here before demands a ton of respect and a lot of attention from a punting point of view. And that's why I find myself siding with Mick Appleby's Caesar Valzarm. The horse has attracted a ton of attention in the betting, having been batting, I think it was from 8-9 to 1, now into 5 to 1, and with good reason as well. 2 wins, 2 placed efforts from 5 starts here at Catterick clearly indicates that the horse loves the course. And although obviously you've got the likes of Lookout Louis, who seems to be, again, on an upward trajectory, and also Cotton Lane, whose most recent effort perhaps looks probably the best form in the book. I do like Caesar Valzarm. I think if it was a bigger price, I'd be encouraging you to back it each way. But it is my nap of the day. Caesar Valzarm for Mick Appleby, the 4-year-old, to take success in the 3:30 at Catterick. We don't have to wait long for my second selection. My second selection comes just 25 minutes later at Lingfield. It's their penultimate race on the card, and it's the 3:55 6 furlong handicap Class 5 race. Now, for me, I find it quite interesting to see that Oisin Murphy is booked to ride Simon Dow's Moves Me. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. And the horse returns to action after a really promising second here at Lingfield last time out. Now, that's by far the best performance that the 4-year-old has shown in a while. And I think the drop down from 7 furlongs down to 6 is a wise move by Connections as well. Coming out of stall 2 should also be advantageous. And although he's been upped in grade here, it was Class 6 last time, the level of opposition doesn't exactly look stacked or steeped. Obviously, Flip Mode has won 3 of his last 4 races. Captain Jameson's picked up 3 places from his last 4. Both of them obviously deserve respect, and that's why they're the head of the market respectively. But I reckon with Murphy on board, the horse should go one better. Hopefully end up entering the winner's enclosure here at Lingfield for the first time in its career. And I just think that, such jockey bookings deserve a lot of respect. Again, stall 2, decent draw. Yeah, Moves Me for me in the 3:55 at Lingfield. Now we go from Lingfield and we take a trip over the water to Killarney. They've got a flat meeting sort of late afternoon, early evening, kicking things off at, I think it's 4:25. And that's where I start. It is in the first race, and it's a 1 mile handicap. It's a claiming race, and it should really be a bit of a veterans race, in all honesty. I think 6 of the 9 runners are aged either 8 or 9. And in the lineup, there's a duo of former course and distance winners. Both have pretty big current odds, as you can probably see on the screen there. Now, of course, between yourself and I'd love to have a 66-1 winner with Secret Wizard, but alas, it is the shorter priced of the two. It's Koi Big that I see myself siding with in this. In all honesty, like I said, looking at the race, it is a bit of a veterans race, so I'm not put off by the fact that it's a 9-year-old. I am siding with one of the oldest horses in the race, but the horse's record here is absolutely fantastic. 2 victories and 2 placed finishes from just 5 course starts. The 9-year-old's last turf success actually came in this exact race 2 years back, and I'm hoping now off £10 lower mark that he's capable of a repeat performance and going very close once again. In fact, the horse has tackled this race for the last 3 years, winning it in both 2018 and 2019, before finishing, I think it was 5th of 9 last season. The horse can be forgiven that run entirely. That was off a much higher mark. I think it was off a mark of 77. He enters calculations off a mark of 61 today, and at a double figure price, I do expect him to finish in the top 3. The main dangers, however, look likely to be the market principal Atlas, as well as the youngster in the lineup, Camino Mission. But Koi Big at 12-1 looks way too big a price for a horse that's won this race twice before. Now, last and by no means least, we're taking an evening meeting from the East Coast at Yarmouth, and it is third from the final race on the card, and again, it's another 6 furlong handicap. And I'm going to side yet again with another course and distance winner. However, it's the outsider of the 4 course and distance winners. It's not the most obvious choice. And I'm going to be going with At Your Service. Currently priced at 10-1. It has taken a drift, which is perhaps slightly concerning. But the horse produced a much better effort when 4th on the all-weather last time out. And it gave the impression that they were primed for a big run. It's raced at Yarmouth twice before in its career, produced a win and a second. That was in just 2 previous runs. And that sort of form here is fantastic. The 7-year-old sole turf success came here with £6 more weight on its back and looks to perhaps be a bit of a forgotten horse. I think 10-1 is a massive price for a horse that clearly acts well at Yarmouth. Yes, they've got horses that are perhaps in a bit more form, with the likes of Cerveza Princess, Lincoln Red, Love Bailey's either finishing 1st or 2nd in their last start. But that 4th on the all-weather wasn't a bad run whatsoever. I think we're going to expect a better effort, more improvement. And 10-1, we've got 9 runners now with the non-runner. So you're going to get your first 3 past the post for each way purposes. And I think it's a decent each way bet At Your Service to finish in the money in the 7:35. So if I get this to work correctly, I'll be able to run through the selections for today. And now this is where we cross our fingers and pray that it works. And it has done, thank goodness for that. A few tech issues before I came live. Apologies again, the voice is going. but we can see it all here. Caesarville's Arm and Moves Me both win selections at Catterick and Lingfield, respectively. And we've got Coy Big at Killarney and At Your Service at Yarmouth, both each way at decent prices. As always, any likes, comments, shares, very much welcome. But fingers crossed, touch wood, and good luck if you follow.